Friday night. How is everybody doing? Thank you all for being here already. I know Eric's still going. Eric's doing an Ardbeg stream tonight. I was in there listening, trying to set up some of this. But man, a lot of Ardbegs out there. A lot of good Ardbegs too. How is everyone doing? Thank you for being in here already. Happy Friday. It's the weekend. I'm not working. I'm pretty pumped about it. I hope you all aren't working either. Please don't be. Trev Wilson is in here. How are you, brother? Oak and Smoke. Brent, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. Excuse me. Brandon Weiss. Good to see you. Spencer Mav. I Whiskey She Wine. Sam is in the house. Sam, how are you? Hope you and Bobby are doing well. I see you're cranking out those videos now. You were all talking how you weren't putting out a video, and then all of a sudden now you're cranking them out. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Keep it up. Guy Davis in the house. How are you doing, Guy? Good to see you. Linux Cat is here. Andrew Spurrell. Stellar Matrix. How are you, darling? We have got a pretty fun night in store. I have a lot of store picks behind me. I mean a lot. I don't know if it's really possible for me to drink all these store picks, so I might take it easy, okay? I might take it easy, but we're going to talk about every store pick, and we're going to see. I want to hear what you guys think is the best. What store picks you've tried in general that seem to be better than others. What brand? Tech 187, how are you? Victoria C, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Happy Friday. I want to hear some good stuff. I do. I want to hear what your favorites are. There's some kind of weird picks here too. Not weird necessarily, but just picks you don't see all the time. So I pretty much am going to try to stick to the picks we're going to see all the time. Stuff we'll hopefully be able to get everywhere we live in pretty much every market. We'll see. We'll see, you know. Let's go in. Actually, you know what? Before we do, I'm going to pour a drink because it's Friday. It's been a hell of a long week, and it's time for a pour. Dustin, good to see you, buddy. Was watching you over on Eric's stream. Excellent work. Always nice when you can pop in. Mike Myers, good to see you. I'll start out with a little Buffalo. I better do small pours. As I said, I got about 15 bottles behind me, so I'm going to start out with just a half-ounce pour, give or take. Buffalo Trace, store pick. Jason, good to see you, buddy. Great work over on Eric's. Love talking Ardbeg. Oh, man, I love a good store pick. Moose 76, Jeffrey Dunton. How are you guys? Thank you for being here. Dustin, your head was just shining so perfectly in that light. Fantastic, brother. Fantastic. Mark JG, thanks for being here. Cannoli. Someone say cannoli. Oh, we're going to be talking about some Knob Creek picks. Just you wait, Jeffrey. Everyone let me know. I started talking, then I started rambling. What are you guys drinking tonight? I hope you have a store pick. If you're able to get one, grab a store pick. I don't care which one. Join me, and let's talk a little bit. Got my Bourbon Junkies glass. Beautiful thing. Beautiful. Love that. Nick Foles has got a Four Roses barrel strength pick. Oh, he just says they're the best. Oh, it's hard to argue. Yeah, honestly, it's very hard to argue. Pick number one. This is from a local store. Buffalo Trace, store pick. Let me pull this up for you. I tried to put a little bit of information about each type of single barrel we're going to be talking about. Eric, wait, great stream, brother. And just got off yours to jump over here. Great job. Love me some Ardbeg, you know. Love me some Ardbeg. Peter White, good to see you. This is Buffalo Trace. Now, Buffalo Trace single barrel. Mash bill in general for Buffalo Trace picks is going to be mash bill 1. So mash bill 1 is less than 12% rye on average. Go Habs and George Orwell. Thank you both for being here. In general, now I say in general because I have heard of a couple stores, and actually there's one in the Detroit area right now, I think it is, that actually has a mash bill 2 Buffalo Trace store pick. Pretty cool. I mean, really, really cool. You don't hear about that often, but Buffalo Trace in general is about 8 years. And the way this store is actually advertising, it says, hey, come get our Buffalo Trace mash bill 2 store pick. It's pretty much just an older Blanton's. And kind of true. I mean, Blanton's is a mash bill too, about 6 years usually. So 2 years older, and if you can find them, really cool. Really cool, you know? Sorry, I'm just smelling the glass here. Okay, that price is not right at all. I must not have changed the price on that. So not $60. Damn it, I didn't proofread anything. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. Fred Frazier, thanks for being here. Jason Coates, how are you? Price is not $60, maybe for 2 of them. It's about 30 bucks and 45% ABV. A good pick. Buffalo Trace is kind of entry-level store pick, I think. Some picks have major variety and major variance between the different offerings and the different bottlings. I think Buffalo Trace is one of those picks that most of them are pretty uniform. They still stick to that. They still stick to the profile for the most part. You know what I mean? Terry D, good to see you. He has some Four Roses Small Batch Select. Excellent. Very nice. $60. Woo! No one would be buying those Buffalo picks. I know. Someone had a question. What did I see? I can't read. Oh, does the bottle say mash bill on it? No. So Buffalo Trace doesn't disclose mash bill anyway. We just know in general it's presumed that it's about less than 12% rye for mash bill 1. So mash bill 1 is things like Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, E.H. Taylor. Mash bill 2 is things like your Elmer T. Lee, Blanton's, Hancock's Reserve. I mean, there's a whole bunch of Buffalo Trace products out there, but in general, this tastes more like a mash bill 1 anyway. T Green, good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. Dram Bam, thank you, ma'am. Man, do I love that name. That is a great name. Welcome in. Pour yourself something nice. All right, let's give this a sip. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday night. Thanks for being here. Well, for $60, no, $30. I mean, $25 to $30, really, depending on where you are. Great. If you can get a pick of this instead of getting just the regular offering from Buffalo Trace, I say go for it. Go for it for sure. Pretty much Buffalo Trace, because of the price, is just an instant pickup. I mean, any of you who follow the channel already, you know I have about, I don't know if you can see it back there. That's just my floor of Buffalo Trace because I ran out of shelf room. I've got more in the closet that way. So I'm a big Buffalo Trace pick guy. Pretty much my daily drinker, you know? It really is. Bourbon Buddies, thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Eric Waite says, spend a lot of time blind tasting known mash bills. You could probably calibrate your palate to figure out mash bills. I often do it with blended wines. That's absolutely true. Not even just mash bills, but like distillery too, because distilleries will use, some will use a higher rye mash bill versus a lower rye mash bill. And you can. I'm not there yet. I'm trying. It's fun to practice, that's for sure. It's fun to practice. But doing a blind tasting really shows you a lot about stuff you need to work on if you really do take this seriously. And stuff you're trying to get better at, but it is great practice for the nose and palate, for sure. Andrew Spurrell said, in Alberta, I paid $30 Canadian for a bottle. There you go. That's all you got to know. All right, let's finish this off. We'll go to pick 2. I prepped overlays for 9 picks, so I don't know if we're going to get to 9 picks. I mean, it will be a type with your feet kind of night if that happens, but cheers. All right. Actually, I forgot to pour myself some water. Let's do that, since there's a lot of whiskey ahead of us. No problem, Jason. You gotta work. Gotta work. It's life, man. ADHD fishing. I saw you here earlier in the chat. Good to see you, brother. Can't wait to watch you at 10 tonight. Great stuff. Oh my gosh. The video you put out today, Jason, I'm no Jason, okay? My overlays are actual crap. I already screwed one up, the first one I put up, so I'm no Jason, but you're an inspiration, brother. You're an inspiration. ADHD Fishing put out a video today, a cocktail, part of his first in his cocktail series, we'll call it. Walking Dead themed, and it's called The Glen. And if you have not seen that, I don't care. Leave right now and go watch it. It's hilarious, and an excellent idea for a drink name too. Especially if you watch Walking Dead, you'll understand it. All right, number 2. How many bottles am I gonna break tonight? Woodford Reserve. Now this is regular Woodford Reserve, not the double oaked. Woodford Reserve picks. Mash bill on this: 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% barley. A decent amount of rye, though for me, I don't really get a very rye forward note on this. It's kind of more just chocolatey, smoothie, creamy usually. Not too much spice. So no age statement on these, though I would venture to guess it's probably on the younger side, I would say. I mean, maybe 6 years. You know, not too young, but Dustin, I'm getting to that. Spoiler alert, okay? That was gonna be my big finish. Okay, it was gonna be my big finish. Thank you. Interestingly enough, as Dustin ruined in the chat, Woodford Reserve picks are actually small batch, not single barrel. So they're still technically store picks, but what they do is they kind of blend what I've heard is 3 to 5 barrels together. It still does say the month and date it was selected, but it doesn't say when it was barreled or anything like that. So it's technically still a small batch. It's still technically a small batch pick. Similar to a couple other companies do that as well, which we'll get into later, that hopefully Dustin won't ruin for the rest of us in chat trying to have a good night. But interesting about Woodford, I kind of wish it was single barrel. Nice cork pop. Nice tight cork. Can't pour. Woodford Weeder. I have a bottle I have not opened yet. I got to get to that. I got to review that thing. Yeah, this just has the Brown-Forman nose. I mean, it's just that banana, chocolate, almost a chocolate banana dessert is what it smells like to me. Dark meat chicken, good to see you. Woodford Reserve, even as opposed to Old Forester, has this classic, I just call it a Woodford note. Every time I taste it, I'm like, oh, that's got to be Woodford Reserve. There were a couple blind flights I did, and one of them was even the budget bourbon series, I think. And the moment I tried it, I was like, oh, this has got to be Woodford. Got to be Woodford. This is a liter bottle. Dram Bam, thank you, ma'am. Yes, it's a liter bottle, and this was about 30... I want to say 38 to 40 for a liter bottle. I think a lot of Woodfords are liter bottles in these small batch selections. So if anyone else has had Woodford or Woodford picks and they know that Woodford profile I'm talking about, let me know. Nick Foles, that's pretty much what I've heard. It's what I heard is 3 to 5 barrels, but it probably depends. You know, whatever they feel like doing that day, whatever combination they're running with, you know. George Kaplan, good to see you. Thanks for being here. And YW, Buffalo Trace pick and Knob Creek pick, absolutely. I don't know. I'd rather get a Buffalo Trace pick than a Woodford pick personally. Nothing against it. I've never been a massive Woodford Reserve fanboy like some other bourbons out there. Interestingly enough, because I love Old Forester, pretty much everything Old Forester does I love. So, Mr. Bill, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Any Old Forester expression pick, I'm generally a fan of, but Woodford's meh. It's meh. You know, it's meh. It's banana-y though. It is banana-y. Kind of Jack Daniels reminiscent, banana-y. But Jack Daniels is also a Brown-Forman product, so who knows? Maybe there's some correlation there. All right. Let's move. What's next? Ooh, you know what? I have a sealed bottle of this, but I've got a couple sealed bottles I wanted to crack open tonight. So let's go with the first one here. Let me stand up. I don't want to break anything. All right. Next up, the upgrade. Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Oh, Johnny Drum. Nice. Yona and Johnny Drum. I have two names I recognize all the time. How are you? Thanks for being here. So, sorry if this is really loud. Let me take this off the table. First time breaking the seal on this. Thank you very much, Moose76. This is a nice hoodie, isn't it? Oh, let's get that cork pop in the mic for you. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Is that not an arousing sound? It is. Don't lie to yourself. All right. Get a nice pour of this. Substantially darker than the normal Woodford. Pull this up for you. Same mash bill as regular Woodford Reserve, so 72, 18, and 10. As I mentioned, quite a bit darker. Again, no age statement. Interestingly enough, Fred Frazier, I need a moment. Yes. Interestingly enough with these are double barreled or double oaked. So they actually re-barrel after it's aged however long they want to age it. They re-barrel it in a new charred oak barrel for just under a year. So I was listening to a couple podcasts on this too, and it's different depending on batch what they said, but in general it's just under a year. They think over the year mark kind of makes it too woody, if you will. Too much wood isn't for everyone, and I'm one of them. The new barrel that they use when they do re-barrel it is deeply toasted and lightly charred. So different than just your standard barrels you would get for your normal bourbon aging. You know, this is more of a toasted and light char versus some of them just get completely obliterated with char sometimes. So adds a completely different flavor to the whiskey. You heard correct, Moose76. Someone did pick this up in Florida for $29, and I don't know how it happened, but I bought it immediately. That and Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve. Just a normal one. DJ Beacon in the house. How are you? Thanks for being here. Pants down, drams up. Cheers to that. Yeah, $29. So this is a different one. This one I bought locally. The bottle I bought in Florida I killed when I was down there, but $29, man. I've told this story a couple times. I won't do it again, but $29. I was like, I should have, I don't know, transported across state lines or something. But substantial differences in flavor profile, both on the nose and the palate, between the double oaked and the standard Woodford Reserve. Price is about $50 on this from what I've seen. So it's a little bit pricier, but honestly, this is worth even the standard bottling is worth the money to me, I think, $50. For some reason, I've been on a massive like double barrel kick. I mean, this, the 1910, and even like Heaven's Door double barrel, I really liked. I mean, it still tasted like Dickel to me, but I can take a little Dickel every once in a while, you know, just a little. OG Brick in the house. How are you? Now, I did just pop this bottle. Just popped the bottle. So the one I bought like down in Florida was much more oak forward, I think. I think this is a much more mellowed on the oak. I would even describe the one I had previously as more of like an oak bomb. It really was like a lot of oak, but it was sweet. I mean, such sweet oak that it worked. It worked really well. The toast and the char came through really well. You never go double Dickel, Trevor. You never go double Dickel. You know that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this this pick. I'm gonna have to let it open up. This tastes more like a standard Woodford Reserve pick to me than it does a double barrel. It's not near as much of that like great mouthfeel, vanilla caramel, all that, you know, the oak just hitting you. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Michter's Toasted Barrel Rye. Man, that stuff is good. Sheesh. Man. Okay, Nick Full says the same thing. I live in Florida, and Walmart always has the Knob Creek single barrel for $30. Recently changed to $40 because they caught on those bastards. Yes, it was only a matter of time. No, Dustin, you're exactly right. That's exactly what I was describing with the first bottle I had. It was pure, like, rich chocolate. Rich chocolate bomb. I think, to me, it's more of a chocolate, but this bottle is more vanilla than chocolate. That's what I was saying. The first bottle I had, though, was pure sweet oak chocolate. Kind of that chocolate note you get in Woodford anyway, but it was completely amplified. It was good. It was really good. This one's not bad by any means. This is definitely a substantial upgrade from the base Woodford. Definitely, if you can find a pick at a good price, like between like $45 to $50, I say go for it. You'll like it. Vanilla extract bomb, Dustin says, awesome but different. Yeah. I mean, you have to know what you're in for. That second barrel adds a lot more of those tannins, but it also has a lot more of those chocolate vanilla notes too. So, not half bad. Not half bad. So this may have been a bad decision on my part, but I decided let's work up in proof. So yeah, let's do that. Pour number 4. Still pretty consistent with the proof, I guess. But let me grab the bottle first. It's like a grab bag. You don't know what I'm going to get next, right? Some of my favorite picks. Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig picks are some of my favorites. And coming out of Heaven Hill, 94... my God, I messed up again. 94% ABV, everyone. This will knock you right on your ass, probably put you unconscious, send you to the hospital. No, it's 94 proof. About $30 only, man. Only about $30. And age, a rough estimate, about 8 years. You know, we don't know for sure. Swami, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. We're drinking some bourbon. We're drinking some bourbon for sure. 94, that's Everclear, yeah. But look at the color on that Everclear. About 8 years, in general. I've heard of some older ones. I've heard of some younger ones. So it's just like, you know. Eric Wade asked, did you bring any bottles home from Texas? I did. I brought home only like 3, and 2 of them were actually pint size from Crowded Barrel, the Alliance release. So I did pretty well. I didn't want to bring too much when I was packing, you know, only checking one bag and didn't want to risk everything breaking and everything. So, but I love Elijah Craig picks. Lower rye mash bill for Elijah Craig, but a lot of Elijah Craig picks I get a lot of rye spice, like a lot of really nice spice comes through. Eli, good to see you, says, I got an 11-year Elijah Craig pick in California for $30. 11-year. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, they used to have that age statement on the normal Elijah Craig, but they took that off, so now it's just on the barrel proof. Oh, I totally forgot the other thing in the picture. For those of you that don't know, this is Elijah Craig Barrel Select that you can get at the distillery, Heaven Hill Distillery, aka the Elijah Craig Grenades. It's pretty much a Barrel Select Elijah Craig barrel proof. That's pretty much what it is. I was fortunate enough to get a couple of these last time I was in Kentucky, and haven't cracked it open yet, but I'm going to hopefully soon, maybe on a live for you guys. That'd be cool. Supposedly these things are incredible. So, all right, let's get into this Elijah Craig. Well, we're 30 minutes in already. I got a lot of whiskey to go. Mm-hmm. Gift shop only. That's correct. That is correct. Bourbon Buddy says I get crazy root beer float note on the 12-year Elijah Craig pick I found. That sounds pretty good. Grenade looks like a child-sized drink. Swami says, I dare you to drink that whole thing, buddy. And we'll see what it does to you. The grenades are pretty awesome, though. That's for sure. Elijah Craig is just very balanced. This is why I always recommend this as one of the starter bourbons for people. Now this bottle's about 2/3 of the way gone, and it is just perfect balance of spice and the sweetness you want in your bourbon, honestly. Elijah Craig picks are a thing of beauty. They really are. They really are. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is a bottle I wanted to open. I really wanted to open this bottle. One of my favorite distilleries, Old Forester. Finally got another Old Forester single barrel. So I need to open one. We're going back down in proof a little bit. This is 90 proof, but this is from one of my favorite liquor stores local here. $45. We're popping bottles tonight. We are popping bottles on Friday. It has been a hell of a week. It's time to pop some bottles. Ready for another beautiful cork pop? Ready? Ready? Old Forester. Old man Forester. All right, I shouldn't pour too much. I'm pouring heavy. All right, let's pull up some info about Old Forester. Make a mess here. I'll put this on there. Old Forester. Coming out of Old Forester, which is, again, a Brown-Forman distillery. Brown-Forman. Damn, man. How many whiskeys are we drinking tonight? Is from Brown-Forman. Mash bill, 72%, 18% rye, 10% barley. Thank you, Lennox Cat. Appreciate that. No age statement again on this. This is 90 proof, and like I said, about $40 to $45. But honestly, these are some of my favorite picks that I've had for some of these whiskeys. Brown-Forman has that signature color, just dark color. Got the light shining right on it, so it looks lighter, but in my light, it looks quite dark. What's this? Oh, it's a Bourbinsane Challenge coin. For any of you that don't have one, bourbinsane@gmail.com. Beautiful things. I just sent out everyone who wanted one or requested one. I just sent out yesterday, so they should be coming soon. Keep an eye out for those. Ooh, smells like delicious Old Forester. Guy, I think this is going to be one Guy is one of my patrons, and he has met the tier where he gets something from the bar, and I think this might be one that's a good option. He requested an Old Forester pick. I think this might be a winner. I'm not a sell it at all. I'm not. All right, let's give this a sip. Cheers. Some Old Forester picks, they give you this nice fruit note. It's almost like a citrusy green apple, pear, peach, all the fresh fruits you can think of. It's really nice. It's really nice. Even on a neck pour, there's no alcohol burn. Nothing off-putting at all. Oh, Swami. Steven Sussman in the house. How are you? It's also got this beautiful chocolate note, though. I mean, like this rich, deep chocolate that you get with Brown Foreman. Should have never said plug. This is great. I'm going to have to go get another bottle of this already, I'll tell you that. One of the best values in store picks. I think so. $40 to $45. One of the best values. I mean, honestly, it's so good. I was looking forward to trying that the whole time. All right. Oh boy. We got a couple heavy hitters coming up. 9:37. We're flying. We're flying through this. The toes are coming out. All right. Next. Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Old label. Now, this is the old label. I don't know if this is going to give you the cork pop you want, but it's the cork pop you need. Just a smidge, just a taste. Because this will knock me back. Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve. Another one of some of my favorite store picks. Love this stuff. Coming out of the Jim Beam Distillery. Mash bill, pretty standard, 75, 13, 12. Now you see the age range there. The normal Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve that you'll buy just off your shelf is going to be age stated 9 years. So it went away, came back this year, I think, actually, with the 9-year age statement, which is great. When they took that away, people were flipping out. Everyone was freaking out. It was going to be bad, younger stuff going in. Age statements aren't the end of everything, though, honestly. A lot of times it just gives the master distillers, master blenders more options when they're picking barrels. Might give you a better product. Thank you, Swami. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So Knob Creek, I'm glad they brought the age statement back. At least we know that way. It's a good age, you know. That is the new look Knob Creek label. What do you guys like? Which one do you like better? The old look of the old school newspaper looking thing on the, I don't know, on the bottle, or you like the new sleeker look to tailor to all the new teeny boppers out there buying this stuff? The wax is the same. Still that shitty wax that Eric loves so much, so. Price, $50, give or take. A little bit more, maybe. I think I like the old label, too. Something about it, I mean, it's what I grew up on. Back in my day, we had the old label. You know, it's like one of those things. It's like a sentimental thing. I do like that on the old labels, they have this metal descriptor of, you know, where it's coming from, everything like that. The only difference in the new bottles... Now, this is just the regular one I bought in Florida for $30. This is not a select, but the new bottles have the age when it was barreled, when it was bottled, and usually the store name and whatnot on the bottom. So that's kind of nice. You can definitely see the whiskey color better. I will agree with that, Nick. The bottle just reveals more. Take off that outer layer. I see. I see. Oh, yeah. Victoria sees on the Knob Creek Single Barrel Rye store pick. I did not include that tonight because I don't have one, but I've had a couple Knob Creek Single Barrel Ryes. 115 proof. Fantastic stuff. Really, fantastic stuff. Oh, yeah. There's always the debate. Booker's, Knob Creek. I'm here to tell you right now, save yourself $30, buy a Knob Creek store pick. End of discussion. This bottle here is a 12-year pick. I've got another one on the shelf that's a 9-year pick. Both are great. I mean, even the 9-year pick is better than the regular one I get off the shelf usually. You know, I've had probably 4 or 5 bottles now. Drops mic. Boom. Exactly. There's some good bookers out there. There's some good bookers batches. I'm not arguing that, but I mean, $30 more. That's almost a full bottle of this. And it actually is in Florida. So, and Booker's is 6 years. Excellent. It's okay. It's so empty. Nothing spilled. We're good. It actually is dark made chicken. Booker's is only 6 years. You got that right. Who doesn't love some knobber? All right. Wow. YW says shiny barrel is good at 64. Okay, 64 I can get on board with. $14 compared to 50 is a big difference. I'm okay with that. You know, I can do that. Shout out to almost 60 of you in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Means a lot. Love spending my Fridays here with you. Probably my favorite store pick is next. I'm just looking. $59 for Booker's. Get out of here. Just get out of here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on. Don't do me like that, baby. Oh, and that tight cork. Come on. Give it to me. Russell's Reserve. Let's take a look-see at this. I apologize for the absolutely, completely shitty picture on the right. It's the only thing I could find on all of the internet, apparently, of the new label of Russell's Reserve. So that is the new label Russell's on the right for store picks and for the single barrels. I don't mind the old look of the label, actually. I really don't. It's I kind of like it. But coming out of Wild Turkey. Now, Wild Turkey always advertises their high rye mash bill, but this is actually only 13% rye, which is pretty standard, honestly. Age is a beautiful thing on these bottles, though. 8 to 10 years in general, and I've even heard of some 11 years. It all depends on the pick. So Wild Turkey's great about when they do their picks, they're willing to go with what the consumer wants. You know, whoever's picking the barrel. I think that's excellent. Gives you more options, more variety. They do all come with this white little tag you can see on the side here. And it tells you the barrel number, the rickhouse, and the floor, which is very nice. Also says the store name. Mr. V coming in with the $2 super chat. Cool, bro. Thank you so much. I don't know what that cool thing is, but I like it. Thank you so much. Let's, I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll try. Let's get you one of the super chat. I don't know what these are. I haven't checked these in a while, so they might not be good. Light. Do that drama. I like it. Yeah, that was a fun night. 5-finger pour night, that's for sure. Let's pull this back up a second. $60 for these. This is absolutely worth $60. 50 to 60 depending on, you know. Dustin. That graphic is giving head. Cool. Absolutely. I'd expect nothing less. So I love Russell's picks. Getting back to bourbon. This is the pick I have. I don't know if we can read it or not. Probably not at all. Put it over my face, maybe. Nope. We tried. So this is a local store to me. This is a Camp Nelson A pick. I'm not going to read the barrel number, but floor 431. And that's really nice. tells you all the specs, so that if you find a bottle, you're like, oh my gosh, that was fantastic, that was delicious. This, you can search out those bottles. You know, you can look for that stuff and find the bottles you like. I think that's awesome. Jimmy Drammer, Trev pretty much does mod every live stream. That's correct. Trev said his Russell's pick came with the loosest cork ever. It's 0 pop noise at all. Interesting. So good. I mean, so good. What the wild turkey, sour apple sweetness, I always describe. Excellent balance of oak, spice, the nuttiness that comes through with wild turkey all the time. So good. I still haven't even seen a Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B batch yet. I don't know if I'm just like not looking or what's going on, but it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Enrico Juan, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. He said, what is the store name? Store name of this bottle is Meyer. It's a Midwest chain, and they are actually doing some store picks now. Yeah, Dustin, I always get to me, it's like, that's what I describe as a sour green apple note. It almost gives me a little bit of that like feeling in my mouth where it's like a sour note. I don't know why. But man, Russell's picks. Whew, so good. Jason coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. You're the wind beneath my wings. Awesome stream, buddy. Russell's Reserve is your favorite store pick. Knob Creeks are a close second. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. There are some really good Knob Creeks. Jason, let's get you a super chat here. Oh, good Lord. I wish I could say I was exaggerating how much I hate this whiskey, but I'm not. This is just... Oh, it's just pure kerosene, ethanol. Not my favorite. On the nose. Not my favorite whiskey ever, you know? Oh yeah, you love my... Okay, good. Keep an eye out because ours recently got this where they're starting to get store picks now. They actually got a 1792 store pick, Russell's Reserve, Buffalo Trace. I mean, they're starting to expand, so it's happening. It's happening for sure. Nick Foles said, what company would you want to see do a store pick that doesn't currently do them? I think Michter's store picks would be damn good. Yeah, I mean, Michter's store picks would be good because Michter's in general is just good. The problem is Michter's probably doesn't have the stock yet. You know, they really don't have the stock to do their own. They're still sourcing, which is fine. It's just, they're trying to let their own stuff age so they can put their own stuff out. That's the problem. So it's going to be a while before they do that. Russell's picks. All day, every day. Twice on Fridays. All right. We got 10 minutes, then we're heading over to ADHD fishing. Bay Area Rideshare came in with a $2 super chat saying, love your channel. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I don't want to show you all this super chat because it's very... I'm not proud of it, but this is for you. I apologize. I apologize ahead of time. It was a very difficult time in my life. I didn't know what was going on. So, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Let's go right into the next one. This is another pick I'm a fan of, and there's a lot of different ones. Four Roses. Someone mentioned it earlier, Four Roses. So, Four Roses, I mean, where do you start? There's so many different Four Roses picks. So, you loved it, Eric. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself. So many different Four Roses options. They've got the 5 different recipes. They've got 2 mash bills. It gives them 10 different options of types of whiskey they could put out. It just, mash bill B's at 35%. Mash bill E's at 20%. ABV does differ between store roses picks, so most of them are going to be barrel select if you are to find one in a store. But they do have the normal OBSV recipes, which are 50%. They will occasionally do store picks on those as well. That was my Dickel review. You're correct, Dark Meat Chicken. Trev Wilson says his Four Roses pick was not good when he opened it, but it opened up, grew on him, it was delicious. You know, and that's the case. Like, I was fortunate enough to be able to be a part of tasting all 10 Four Roses recipes, and there were a couple in there I was like, ooh, these are not good. Like, I am not a fan of this. And it wasn't really one recipe over another, like, or one yeast strain over another. It was just didn't agree with me. It just didn't agree with me, you know. But even the same recipe of a Four Roses pick, you can find one you love, one you hate, honestly. So you just don't know. In general, about $60, but there are some Four Roses picks that go up to about $80. Proof varies, as I mentioned, but I've seen some that are like 62%. So it's Four Roses picks have so much variety. I've got 2 bottles left. I've got a 1792 full proof pick I want to open up, or I've got a Four Roses single barrel, but it's not a store pick. It's just a single barrel. So quick, really quick, put in the chat, what do you guys want me to open up next? I'll drink that next to finish up the night. I've reviewed quite a few Four Roses, pretty much their whole base expression line now at this point. Great distillery. What they're doing, experimenting with yeast strains and mash bills, is unlike any other distillery out there. So, Enrico Juan said, thanks for the Michigan info. You were spot on with the Rishis. Please no thrusting. Oh, no thrusting? All right, let me see what I can find for you. No promises, though. No promises, and you'll enjoy it.
Hey, thank you, James. All right. Chris from Bourbinsane said I literally just clapped along like an idiot.
Chris is living his best life right now, right?
Well, we saw that last
We
board.
saw your last board,
We
Chris.
saw that last board, Chris.
Yeah.
God, I felt like I was a part of that night. I really did. Really felt like I was a part of that night. So mad I missed that. Awesome. You've got it, Victoria. Everyone in the chat is unanimously saying 1792. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Do the damn thing. Funny, you should say 1792. This is our next store pick. Apologize, I'm opening this with my teeth behind this. I don't want you guys to miss this. Hang on. 1792. They did this blind. The store did this blind, according to them. They said this beat out George T. Stagg. Head to head. Blind. Let's find out. Oh my, this tight. It's such a tight cork. Oof. I'm gonna let that open up a little bit. 1792. I visited 1792 Barton when I was in Kentucky, and I didn't do the tour. It was a shitty day, rainy, very rainy. But just looking at the outside of the distillery, I was not impressed. I was not impressed. I didn't, like I said, I didn't do the tour, so I'm going to review Barton, but I'm going to talk mostly about the gift shop because I didn't do the tour. They've got a lot of options. The gift shop, the tour is free, which is really nice, but I was not impressed with the distillery. But as far as the whiskey goes, small batch is okay. I mean, it's nothing special. The base single barrel's all right. It's nothing special. The bottled and bond picks, I've had a couple really good ones. Now, I don't have any bottled and bond picks at the moment, but I have had a couple bottled and bond picks that were great. I know Jason had a pick of the bottled and bond himself that was wonderful. I didn't try it, unfortunately, but just from what he said, you know. And the 1792 full proof, I'm a fan of. Dustin says the single barrels are awesome. Okay. I mean, it's single barrel, so You do you, boo-boo. You probably got a good one. I didn't. You know, it happens. The Foolproof, though, I'm a pretty good fan of. I bought a normal bottle of Foolproof, and it was a cherry bomb. It was literally a cherry bomb. The store picks, I've had good ones, and I've had ones that were average. Now, I've only tried probably 3 or 4, but, you know, overall, it's a good whiskey. I mean, I don't think I would ever say one is as good as a George T. Stagg, so we'll see. What do you all think of 1792 picks? Have you had any? The picks are hard to come by, for us at least, so I'm curious to see if you can get them. Hot cherry bomb. Ooh, that a boy, Jason. That a boy, Jason. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't know how many bottles you bought, but I'll buy a bottle off you for sure. So, vanilla banana flavor in 1792. Dustin says, banana flavor, huh? I could see that more in the small batch and the single barrels, but I mean, like the Foolproof, I'm not getting much of a banana note. It smells spicy, like it smells like a lot of rye spice. This is a neck pour. There is no way in shit that this is anywhere close to a George T. Stagg. I'm sorry. I'll let the bottle open up and I don't have any George T. Stagg at the moment, so whoever wants to send me some, that'd be great. I'll take some and I'll do it blind with this and we'll see what turns up. So thank you in advance. YW says I get banana on very old Barton 90. I could see that. I mean, I could see that. Vanilla wafer is 100%. 100% on that, Dustin. That's a good call out. Hint of banana. Yeah, but I've drank a lot of banana stuff tonight, like the Old Forester stuff, Woodford Reserve stuff. Whew. That does sting the nostrils, though. Whew. This should probably sit for about 15-20 minutes. Peter, both will do. I'll do I'll do all 3 and we'll see what's best. I know some of you have Stagg out there. I know you do. I'm not lucky enough to get any around here. I'm trying. Okay. That is a good 1792 pick. That's a good pick. I mean, it's still not a George T. Stagg, but it's still a neck pour. Jimmy Drammer, I know you got to get a backup before you can pop that baby open, I know. Dustin, I can get on board with the candy banana. Now, candy banana is like runts. Banana runts to me. I could see that. You know, like some people love those, some people hate those. I like the banana runts. 600 Enrico, huh? No, thank you. I can't do it. We all want a Stagg we can't get. It's true. Ooh. That was weird. As I was sipping that in. Woo! Bloody hell. 62.5%. Just kicked me in the back of the throat. Big cinnamon bomb when I was inhaling as I was sipping. Cinnamon on the nose. But not on the palate. A lot of cinnamon. A lot of cinnamon. Interesting. Now that cinnamon spice I get a lot, you know, with higher rye mash bills, which I believe, someone can confirm this, but I believe Barton is a higher rye mash bill. The cinnamon note's coming through quite a bit for me. A lot of vanilla. A lot of oak. The cherry note is quite muted on this, though. Not near as much cherry as some of the regular expressions of the 1792 I've had. Of the full proof. Whew, that's kicking me in the face, though. Ha! Wow. I don't know if I have my dropper down here. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to see what it does. I think I added more than a drop. It looks like it's about 35% now. It's about 35% now. Quite pleasant at 35% though. Brandon asked if anyone has tried the Elmer T. Lee 100. No, but I've got a buddy locally who got a bottle, and he said I can try it. Pray to God will give me an ounce sample to review for you all, because I want to know what that tastes like. That's got to be good. That's got to be good. Okay, Dustin. There's the banana. There's the banana note. Bring that sucker down to 35%. Banana all day. I could see it. Moose 76, not a bad idea, actually. I don't know if he'll do it. He seems pretty shy. I'll ask him, though. I'll bring my live streaming stuff over to his house. We'll try it. I know. I'm with you, Peter White. 1792 needs like 15 minutes. The bottles I've had, unless the bottles drank down, but like a new neck pour, I should open at the beginning of the stream. Dustin, I'm a fan. Eric, have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Great stream tonight. Love me some Ardbeg. Dustin, I'm a fan of Elmer T. Lee at retail, which is like $45. I'll pay 45, even probably 50 for it. Never been able to. I've missed out on I've told this story a couple times. I missed out on a bottle by about three times. I missed out on a bottle. I was the next person in line. The person before me took the Elmer T. Lee. Haven't been able to get one. Sucks. It's good. It's very fruit forward. It tastes very fruity to me. Almost like a peach pear, juicy fruit. So it's good, but man, I can't pay 130 secondary. There's no way. No way. Elmer T. Lee is honestly one of my unicorn bottles because I've missed out on it that many times. It sucks. Sucks so much. We're going to be wrapping up here quick. I know ADHD Fishing just went live, so we're going to head over there in just a moment. I think I got one more pick, and then we'll head out. So my last set of picks, Jefferson's Ocean. Now, this is an interesting whiskey. They are making their own stuff. I mean, I visited Jefferson's when I was down in Kentucky. But I think some of their stuff is still sourced, and they're starting to age their own. I actually have a Jefferson's weeded pick, and I have a Jefferson's Voyage 16, just normal 90 proof pick. It's really good. Honestly, like that Jefferson's Ocean 16 is probably one of the best picks I have. Like, it is that good. There's this salted caramel is just delicious. My bottle is almost gone. The major problem with Jefferson's, and you all probably know this, is it's just so damn expensive. $80 for my bottle of the normal Jefferson's Ocean Voyage 16. And the Jefferson's Ocean cast strength is over 100. It's like over $100. The weeded's about 90. It's terrible. So that's my problem with Jefferson's. I like it. It's just too expensive. It's just too expensive for me. If you can find one that's great, awesome. But, Elmer T. Lee I liked more than Rock Hill Farms. I have a sample of Rock Hill Farms from Matt Whiskey Crusaders. Haven't cracked that one open yet. But I liked Elmer T. Lee more myself. So, just my opinion. Let me finish this off. All right. thank you all very much, those of you that are still here, for hanging out, trying some store picks with me. I don't know if we found a definite winner. I mean, for me, it's probably going to be Russell's Reserve. A Russell's Reserve store pick, maybe the Knob Creek store pick, like Jason said. So good. Those are so good. The value is great. If you can find a Knob Creek store pick at like $45, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, Robot Scott in the house. Sorry, brother. We're about to head over to ADHD fishing, but good to see you anyway. Hope you have a store pick. You can join us over there, you know. Let me know one last time, what's your favorite store pick you've had? Again, Old Forester Single Barrel, Knob Creek, and Russell's Reserve. Those are my three. I think those are my three. So tough, but thank you all so much for hanging out. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in 2 weeks probably. I think I gotta work late next week. I might try to squeeze in a Saturday night stream next week, so I'm gonna try to. Stay tuned for that. I'll put up a thumbnail for you, but I appreciate all of you, every one of you.